Hey there everyone, I'm Philip and thank you so much for watching this week's motivational video in my series called How to Fly with a Clipped Wing. And I wanted to start this one out by firstly saying that I am super sorry that it's taken me like 3 weeks to put out a new video. I've been mostly focused on studying my schooling a lot lately and also getting some materials together so that I'm ready to go when my flight school needs me to start instructing beginning nearing the end of April. But yeah, I do seriously apologize because I really love putting these videos out there and putting them together, and love the back and forth communication about how what I have to say relates to what's going on in the lives of other people and everything. What I've been spending a lot of time talking about in my last few videos was talking about how patience, perspective, positivity, perseverance, and passion have all helped me adapt to life after my spinal cord injury. And more specifically, they were the 5 things that I found that I could focus on in order to really make sure that I was doing as much as I possibly could in order to make some sort of change happen. As I've gone through the years becoming mentally and emotionally and physically healthier by using the system, it became clear to me that really anybody can focus on these 5 things to maximize their own influence over their own situations. I hear people often say that you shouldn't spend energy worrying about things that you can't control or trying to change things that you can't control. And as true as the statement is, of course, this idea is much easier said than done. But as time has gone on and I've relearned how to do things and learned how to deal with issues with anger and aggression and depression and drug abuse and things like that, is that these 5 elements were things that only I was in control of and could change, and they were things that were necessary for adaptation to life's challenges. So for the past few months, in order to communicate these lessons that I've been learning, I've been working on a 250 or so page book that's a little over halfway written as of right now, titled How to Fly with a Clipped Wing, Methods for Achieving Intrapersonal Happiness and Wellness. Although there's still a lot more yet to come and to be written, especially including the editing and the publishing process, I think that I'm in a good spot so far and with great direction. For a long time, I've had friends suggest that I write a book about the things that I've gone through and positive things that I've managed to uncover out of the negativity, such as the death of my dad or the aftermath after the motorcycle accident that left my arm paralyzed, the years of major surgeries and torturous bodily testing with things like spinal tap and EMG tests. My eventual decision to amputate the arm was another topic that people would find interesting. That the hard turnaround in school that I went through in order to find success, among other negative circumstances. I've also been told that I should write a book because my story is one that people might want to try to relate to and to get them through their own tough situations. And I loved this idea from the beginning, but at first I had difficulty trying to figure out where the connections really were that could help lots of different people in different situations who maybe didn't know what it was like to lose their father or to deal with paralysis or really bad anger and depression. And then I realized that the 5 Ps were the link. I thought I should write something that tells the different stories of the things that I've been through, as unique as they are, but in a way that relates the stories to the 5 things that I have been trying to become more in tune with in my life through it all. My patience, my perspective, positivity, my perseverance, and my passion. And within the scope of the 5 Ps, I could talk to people about getting back into sports after my amputation with a resurrected sense of purpose after being debilitated by my arm's deterioration for so long, even to people who might not like sports or who might not be amputees, etc. I can communicate these experiences in a meaningful and helpful way to people who might not have continued with schooling or who might not have a job that they particularly enjoy. One thing that is typically true for us all, I think, is that no matter what we're doing, we can control and change our personal circumstances for the better when we become increasingly aware of the patience, that we dedicate to ourselves and to others, the perspective that we hold with respect to something and the way that we choose to consider something, the positive mindset that we need to maintain in order to work through things as healthily as possible, the perseverance to endure the circumstances and to keep trying to succeed, even if it means trying something from all different kinds of angles. And then lastly, the passions to help keep us driven and to keep driving us forward as we get to where we want to go. And that's where the title of the book really comes into play. How to Fly with a Clipped Wing, as I'll elaborate on in more in the next week's video, is a metaphor that speaks to the things in life that prevent us all from getting what we want or from getting where we want to go. Our clipped wings that make attaining our goals difficult could be things that are out of our control or things that are in our control. But either way, what's been helpful for me personally has been holding the mentality that there's got to be something that can be done, some way, somehow, to overcome a situation as doubtful or unlikely or physically impossible as a bird flying with its wing clipped. The idea of figuring out how to fly despite having a clipped wing or having your wings clipped was also pretty cool because it suggests, I think, some change or changes other than physical that must happen for that to occur. The metaphorical title implies the power of the mind to overcome physical restrictions that would otherwise be initially perceived as improbable or even impossible. So yeah, I decided to write about these things, and I'm pretty excited to be sharing them with anyone who's interested in reading such a book. And I think it was really about waiting for the opportune moment after I had graduated from school and had gone through the amputation, that whole thing, had gone through the flight training and really got into soccer and got back into sports. And it seemed like the right thing to do to wait for more experiences to accumulate in order to bring more full circle aspects to the book and these videos as well. So yeah, that's it for today, and as time goes on, I hope you find these motivational videos and these stories to come useful in overcoming your own obstacles that life may put in front of you, that hopefully we can work together to learn how to be happy and successful and how to embrace healthy changes and self-awareness in our lives despite the rough circumstances that may have done our wing clipping, so to speak. So please feel free to share and like this video. Also, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And please check out my website. And feel free to leave comments on there because, as always, I love hearing your feedback. And that's it. Have a great week. Talk to you then.